Hi, my name is James Newman. Today I'm going to talk to you about some of the charts and tables that you can use inside of the Celonis analysis. So to start, I'm inside of our training package here using our claims package. So this is our data set regarding financial claims and the process around that. So we're first going to pop open the components here. I'm in Studio. And take a look at the charts and tables on the right hand side here. So these are all the components that you can add. So OLAP table, for example, is this one that I have up here. You can also have a column chart, pie chart, donut, all the way down to even a world map. We won't be talking about the world map today. We're going to really focus on column charts, pie charts, and maybe some line charts. One of the things I do want to show you is how to stack a column chart, which is a really handy thing to show multiple sets of data at once. And also maybe show you how to have a dual column line chart. Okay, so what I want to do is show you maybe by activity time, something like that, a graph of successful calls and number of calls. So I'm going to first pull out a column chart, expand that out, and add a dimension. So go a little fast. So this options, component options, pops up on the right hand side. It gives you the opportunity to add dimensions, add KPIs, add sorting, which is what field you want to sort by. And then you have some radio button options at the bottom here. Do you want to show the legend? Do you want to have it be a vertical column chart? Distinct, being able to not be filtered. So if you want to do a side-by-side comparison, that checkpoint is really useful. So you can have filters on a particular investigator and then say, okay, I want to see their numbers versus the rest of the set numbers. And then you can say, okay, disable selections so they're not able to select. If you want just a static chart that people can't really click on, select with, things like that. And then pinning the scroll bar to the right is really handy. So if you have dates or things like that, you want to make sure that you're always showing the most recent dates and not maybe the end of the year or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back, add a dimension here, and go to this pops up where you can add the data. So first it's dimensions, and then there's also KPIs. This you can select the button up here. So you can either select the dimension from the kind of the list here, or select a custom dimension. I'm going to click off the timestamp, and then I want to round the day. So I'm going to click round day, and so now you see it's rounding the day in the format, and you can format it different ways here based on the formatting. So I want year, month, day format like this. You can also do year, month, or just year, or you can do it kind of this just YMD date function up there. So lots of different ways you can format it, do things like that, which is really handy. And you also want to change the title, so maybe just day instead of round day. Okay. And so now we need to add a KPI, so I'm going to click over here in the top right and switch over to that. And so now it's going to show me any KPIs I have, if there's any standard process KPIs. Right now I have over X activities per case, which I made in the saved formulas video previously. And so what I'm going to do first is say just case count. So that's going to count the number, in this case number of calls, and go from there. And so now we have a nice little column chart here by number of cases per day. So it goes 2021 data, so it goes back there, and you can scroll along the bottom. We could change that and show maybe instead of 550 elements, we could show 500 elements and change that and have a really busy chart like that, which we don't really want. So we're going to put that back to 50. You can also change it, instead of scrolling, have it limit or just show a first number of rows. That can be handy sometimes. So it'll bucket everything else into the others. So right now we might not want this. It can show, for first 50 buckets and then one with a lot. So we don't really want to show it that way. We want to show it scrolling. Okay. So in this component options, you can have general options, which is the default. And then I can click this, and now there's diagram area and legend options. Position line options, which is kind of like a best fit line. A dimension access, which you can change the title, so we could add a title here, say case count, and that's going to show up on the x-axis. Dimension axis is the x-axis. And then you can change the text size, make it bold, show grid lines, show tick lines, things like that. Do the same thing for the primary value axis. So I want to show, in this one it's case count. Oh, excuse me. Dimension axis would be day. Primary value axis would be case count. And then we can also go over here, general options, show title, so cases by day. All right. So now I'm going to show you how to add another, now add a line to it, okay? So the line, what we're going to do here is add another KPI. Let's do total throughput time in days. So that's going to be a lot different timing, right? Then case count's 111 potentially, as opposed to 6.25 days. So we want to change that so that you can see it a little better. So I'm going to go up to here to the drop down and show total throughput time in days. And then go down here to the axis and alternative type. So I'm going to say secondary axis. So now it maps it up to the right hand side axis and makes it a little bit easier to see scale wise. But it's still kind of odd the way the columns are matched up with the same colors. So we want that to be instead a line chart. You can also make it be an area chart, marker chart, things like that. Then you can change the color. So you can pick a color there and maybe make it orange so it stands out. Okay. So that's adding two KPIs to a table, changing the axis, changing the color. Last thing I want to show you is how to stack something, stack bars, okay? So I'm going to hide this case count, I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to add, instead, let's see, maybe we want to show API cases versus manual cases, investigator cases, okay? So what we're going to do is add a new KPI, do a custom KPI this time. We're going to say automated. And we're going to do a sum, case when, use the fill in here, investigator, no transformation equals API, and then one end. Also just do else 0 end. Okay, we want to do a round number there. And then we're going to hit OK. And then we're going to do another custom KPI. This is going to be manual. Okay. We're going to do same idea, sum, case when, the investigator. In this, I'm clicking no transformation. It kind of fills in count distinct, which can be really handy if you just want to point and click, low code. But I like to do it this way. And I'm going to do not in API. And this sets it up later if I want to add another one. Just fewer changes later on. I can add multiple investigator names. And then one, else 0 end. Okay, do a rounded number again, change formatting. Okay. Yeah, so now it's kind of funky again. What we want to do is make sure that automated and manual are the first ones before total throughput time in days. So the line is always going to be the last one there. And then we're going to go to general options, click on the drop down, go to the data series for automated. And then down at the bottom, very bottom there's other options. We're going to click stacked on primary axis. And then go to the next one, manual, and also click stacked. And now it's going to stack those into a nice looking bar chart there. So now we have automated, manual, and the total throughput time in days broken down day over day. So this is really handy. I really like showing the bar charts. It's pretty simple to put together. You can do maybe 4 or 5 different stacks at a time. And it's really handy to see the differences and fluctuations in different types over time. So I hope this was informative. Be sure to check out our other videos and have a great day.